僕の世界へようこそ。どうもカイラです。では今回もねザ・スターリンパラボをやっていきたいと思います。あ、くしゃみ。前回は飛び降り自殺とかそんななんか若干悲しいバッドエンディングでしたけど、今回はどんなねエンディングが待っているんでしょうか。あれクリック、これ閉じれたの。
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
これもエンディングの一つから。違う、進んだ。いやー、皆さんもね風邪には気をつけましょう。おー、変わったすごい。
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Shortcut?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
前回もね、あったように、ここで途中で降りて、あっちじゃなくて、こっち側で。
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing in your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
でね、こっち行くと、あれなんですよ。途中でまた分かれ道がね。
Please. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
ここです。
Let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
でね、前回は赤い扉へ行って、なんか幻想的なところから行って、そして自殺エンド、そんな感じです。では今回は青で。
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
青で。
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
青で。あれ、青じゃ。
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
任しとけよ。なんだ。怖い。
You see? There's nothing here.
Yeah?
I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
ふむ。ここでさ、こう言ったらまたストーリー戻るんかな。
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
ボタンを押せと。どれも変わんないけどね。2かな。2。
Oh, well, now this is useful. You didn't like it, but you didn't totally hate it either. You enjoyed it, perhaps is the correct term. It didn't cause you excruciating pain. Big steps we've made here today, Stanley. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
The Starling Parable World でわかんないけど7時間37分10秒みたいなもう一回かな
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
New type
Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Oh, okay. 何の話
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes.
よくわかんないよこれ
Let's give it a shot.
なんなのは
Well, Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? When I say this, I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
House
This will go here, no, here, and then. Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course, and just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
It's delicious.
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes, yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
おお。へえ、すごい。すごいね。マイクラになっちゃったよ、スタンリー。あ、ジャンプできないんだよね。若干 BGM 違うけど、マイクラっぽい。おお。行こう。
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
いや、明かりなんてないけど。
Oh, no, 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 no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5.
新しいゲーム。
Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
スケルトン、クモ。いろんなモンスターの音がいいね。けどとりあえずいろんなゲームをね、遊ばしてくれんのか。
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go
自分も
find
や
out
った
what
こ
the
とは
hell
ない
this
けど、
is.
ポータルかな。雰囲気的にね。ほら、やっぱポータルだ、これ。自分もね、これ、やってみたいんですよね。こっちか。じゃあ、重いね。
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking.
パズル。
Your forte.
何？ガーンってなった方が良かった。お、すごい。あ、持てるのね。はい。
Genius.
ああ、天才だよ。
No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games, and I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience. Which is why, rather than continue to waste my time, I'm just going to leave you here. You can pretend you've beaten the game if it makes it any richer for you, but as for me, I've had enough. So, why don't you get cozy in this room, and if you have any grand revolutionary ideas for the perfect video game, you can just sit there and let it ball up inside you for all eternity. I don't need your advice. I don't need your ratings. And I certainly don't need the validation of a man whose job is to push buttons. I think I'll just go about my business, making meaningful cultural contributions to the world. And perhaps every now and then I'll think back to a man named Stanley who was objectively wrong in every decision he ever made. The thought won't last long. Goodbye, Stanley. Good luck with your work. And I sincerely hope that everyone lives happily ever after.
お疲れ。お疲れ。お疲れ。落ちんのか結局。はいよ。 どこ行けばいいんだ、こっちか。あ、なんかね、暗いからホラーゲーみたいで嫌だ。なんか怖いわ。これ、そういうゲームじゃないはず。でもなんかね、今さっきのね、マイクラとかポータルとかね、見せられると、ホラーとかもありえんじゃないって言ってもね。あれ？
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Hmm. なんかついてけない。終わった？
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
これで終わりかな。今さっきのは多分もうちょい進めてなんか終わりそうだったら終わりということで、多分今さっきのはあれで終わりだと思いますですね。ここで言ったら
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
じゃあなんか今さっきのエンディングは何エンドでしょうね。ちょっとわかんないんですけど、まあ終わりですね。マイクラとかね、ポータルとか、遊ばしてくれましたね。では今回はここで終わりとしたいと思います。ご視聴してくださった方ありがとうございました。またのね、次のねご視聴もよろしくお願いします。